What's happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. There is a great deal of anticipation for the upcoming Avengers films, the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. The thirst and excitement just got bigger now that some rumored plot details for both films have surfaced. It appears that Marvel Studios have plans that are even bigger than we first thought, even though the Kang Dynasty is still more than 2 years away from release. However, anything and everything we hear before its release should probably be treated with a hefty grain of salt. Nevertheless, we can't help but feel excited after reading these rumors from the story details that promises an epic battle, massive cameos, and a whole new MCU. Guys, we're giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel to one lucky subscriber. More on how to win at the end of this video. And if this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the post notification so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. The Earth's mightiest heroes will get together after Kang the Conqueror, with assistance from Nathaniel Richards, the scientist who subsequently evolved into He Who Remains in Loki, who will serve as Earth 616 version of Kang. If you recall that the villain warned Sylvie that even after she killed him, the same would happen again, and that she had to discover a way to stop the variants before the creation of the sacred timeline. Naturally, Kang will defeat the Avengers, forcing them to travel to the multiverse to assemble a massive squad of formidable opponents in Avengers Secret Wars. According to reports, this will reportedly feature some actors like Hugh Jackman, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire, as well as heroes from the X-Men and the Fantastic Four franchise. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome to witness Earth's mightiest heroes unite one more time to battle a formidable foe? Because when they defeated Thanos in the 2019 Endgame film, that was the last time we saw them working together as a team. Also, with so many new characters and a few foes who have left the MCU, the team's composition when Avengers 5 brings them together for the big crossover event is still a little bit of a mystery. And with more than a dozen films still to be released before Avengers 5, the cast is still being assembled. But a recent rumor teased a few actors who fans have been hoping would appear. We already know that Jonathan Majors Kang the Conqueror will present a significant threat to the multiverse, necessitating the Avengers assemble of their strongest talent to stand a chance of winning. The Kang Dynasty, who were all widely anticipated to come together in the upcoming Avengers team, will reportedly be fought by the following trio of heroes, according to Heavy Spoilers YouTube channel. Captain America is first on the list. Not Chris Evans / Steve Rogers Captain America, but Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson, who aims to take over as the team's new leader after fully assuming the role of Captain America in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In their most recent challenging conflict to date, the Avengers will look to Wilson, who will be equipped with the Captain American shield and fresh set of vibranium wings. Next on the list is Simu Liu's Shang-Chi, and this one is a no-brainer. After meeting the Avengers in his film's post-credit scenes, the titular hero of Avengers 5, who will be directed by Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings destined Daniel Cretton, will undoubtedly be a crucial new member for the Avengers. With the 10 rings in his possession after the conclusion of his first solo film, Shang-Chi will be a physical force to be reckoned with as he finds his place amongst the Avengers. Then, there is the new Black Panther featuring Letitia Wright. After Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Shuri assumes the role of the Black Panther and is tasked with new responsibilities as Wakanda's ruler and defender as the country continues to forge alliances with the outside world. After trying her hardest to save Vision in Avengers Infinity War, she will rebuild her relationship with the Avengers as she demonstrates her skill and demonstrates that the Black Panther has a place in the group. So, these trio are supposedly to be the first part of waves that tries to defeat Kang. Very interesting. But what's most intriguing about these rumors is that Marvel Studios is reportedly trying to cast some of these new stars in a new MCU that will be launched after Avengers Secret Wars. It appears a new universe that combines numerous timelines will arise, similar to Jonathan Hickman's comic book storyline, and enable for some of the X-Men and so on to be transported across. Again, we shouldn't take anything too seriously at this time, but if it's accurate, it seems that the multiverse saga will conclude its reset that ushers in a new era of storytelling. This saga will span the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, bringing together both traditional and contemporary heroes in the process. All of these Kang teasers and other multiversal happenings in the MCU will be leading up to the blockbuster conclusion of this saga. But with all of that, it would be difficult for Marvel Studios to convey to general audience the scoop of the time-traveling magic that will be involved in this plot. This will be particularly challenging because the studio has combined components from dozens of hours of television shows and films that not every viewer will have seen in their entirety. Not that it is bad in any way. Besides, Marvel Studios received praises from fans for making Thanos the focal point of Avengers Infinity War since it resulted into the development of the company's most intriguing antagonist to date. This also provides a fluid way to switch between several groups, each of which had a specific role to play in the fight due to the large number of heroes and villains participating. It only makes sense to adopt the same strategy since the Kang Dynasty is positioned to be a huge crossover event on a far larger scale. Jonathan Majors has also amply proven his incredible brilliance both inside and outside of the MCU, which should enable him excel in Avengers movie and raise the bar for greatness. It's also very ironic that Loki even included a quote from He Who Remains that sums up the entire plot, stating that killing him will result in an unlimited amount of him starting another multiversal war, only for him to end up right back there at the end of time due to some sort of reincarnation. Kang variants formerly engaged in the multiversal war according to Loki's monologue in He Who Remains until he arrived and put an end to it. Now, years before he was murdered by Sylvie, it appears that he might make another attempt to accomplish that goal, this time with the aid of Earth's mightiest heroes. And even though there are still very many unanswered concerns about who would join the intriguing trio, this announcement is an exciting first step before Phase 5 and Phase 6 get started. And on that note, there will undoubtedly be a lot of tales to tell given the intention to examine Kang's beginning as an eternal Richard and his conquest for the multiverse. Encountering different variants of the same characters will be unusual, especially given the certain variants that are taking sides in this fight. Avengers Kang Dynasty will debut in theaters on May 2nd of 2025. Now, moving on to some X-Men news. X-Men's Colossal's actor addresses if he will appear in the MCU Secret Wars. Recently, the original actor who played Colossals in Fox X-Men film discussed his chance of joining the battle. Avengers Secret Wars is expected to have one of the largest MCU casts in comic book movie history. X-Men are prepared to make their MCU debut in the upcoming years, with Marvel Studios wanting to cast as many former mutant performers as they can in Avengers 6. And given that the movie is in pending release, and the X gradual meant integration into the MCU timeline from Fox movies, former actors from those movies have addressed the topic of whether or not their characters will be present in Phase 6 Avengers event. After his last appearance as Hank McCoy in a brief appearance in X-Men Days of Future Past in 2014, Beast star Kingsley Grammer recently revealed his desire to revisit his role at least once in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Another X-Men original trilogy actor then expressed his wish to appear in the MCU, even though his part had grown quite complex in recent years. Daniel Cudmore played Colossals in the original X-Men trilogy and X-Men Days of Future Past, but Steven Kapicic took up the character in both Fox Deadpool films. Cudmore recently replied to a fan who asked on one of his Instagram posts if he would reprise his role as Colossals in Marvel Studios' Avengers Secret Wars. He replied to the admirer, "If they ask me." Cudmore responded with cheers, with a different admirer on Instagram urged him that he must return as Colossals. Cudmore shared his information with the Transvastant the Star YouTube channel in February of 2022 regarding the possibilities of Colossals making a return through the multiverse as well as other characters returning for the MCU. He hasn't heard anything, but he doesn't understand why Marvel shouldn't bring back those heroes when there are so many amazing characters in that universe to choose from, as he said in Days of Future Past in 2014. Will OG Colossals return for Secret Wars? If the reports are true, Marvel seems set on reuniting as many performers from previous Marvel's films as they set to make Avengers 6 one of the biggest comic book movie adapted on big screen. Daniel Cudmore seemed to be delighted and willing to don the mudcap gear one more to bring his interpretation of Colossals back into the fold should the studio want him to repeat the role, no matter how little. Currently, it appears that Steven Kapicic will continue to portray Colossals in Deadpool 3 in 2024, even though that movie will begin to explore the entire multiverse as Hugh Jackman appears as Wolverine. But if this version of Colossals joined forces with the seasoned X-Men friends and the MCU's biggest personalities for Avengers 6, it wouldn't be shocking. Avengers Secret Wars is set for its theatrical release on May 1st of 2026. Back to our giveaways. Guys, we're giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel once we hit a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. And all you have to do to win is watch our videos, subscribe, turn on post notification, like and comment. and one lucky subscriber will be chosen from the comment section to win our brand new PlayStation 5. Also, want to say thank you to everyone who has supported us this far. We truly appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this video? And which other Marvel star would you like to join the trio of Black Panther, Shang-Chi, and Captain America? Please, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.